All right. Have a good night, Stellar. Stellar. Say it right. Sorry, I was muted for most of that. I had to finish checking on an email and a different video I had to listen to for a sec. Well, no luck on the Tyrant just yet. We'll switch over to Arons now. Hey again. Hey properly, Theligard. We are... Aron continues to elude me. Sorry. So my... You mentioned shiny luck. My shiny luck yesterday was some of the most ridiculous bull. So we're hunting for the Aron, right? There are anywhere between like... Actually, I think anywhere between like 4 and 6 spawns inside of Wild Area 14. I got 4 shiny Pidgeys and a shiny Magikarp in that time, and haven't seen an Aron yet. Gonna change it again? Hell yeah. Fair enough. What is Thalagar based on? If you don't mind me asking. Also, I've been wanting to change my username for years to get a proper Elite Four Blitz. And there's someone who already has it without the underscore, and I can't get the name back in the pool. I'm assuming the person is active, but I really want the name. I want to be able to have all of my branding just be Elite Four Blitz and not be different amongst everything else. Granted, I could probably just change everything else and add the underscore and quit being a baby about it. But that would be too easy. Used to play MMOs and was kind of looking for some medievalish sounding. That's all. Okay, fair enough. Talagad? This is okay. Fair enough. That's fair. I went through a few iterations. I remember when I first joined Twitch. This was back. God, before 2012? This had to be like 2011 or 12. Well, it might have been 2012. I started with my first gaming nickname, which was Rafton. I have no idea how 8-year-old me came up with it, but I went by Rafton in a lot of games. At about the time I got into Twitch, I had the Rafton nick, and then about half a year later, I got into Sonic speedruns. This was about the time Colors was really big. Was Colors 2010? So it might have been even, either way, it was early college. And Dark Spy and Sonic was like the main streamer that I watched. And at that point I was like, I want a different name. And I wanted to come up with like a Sonic character moniker. So something, right? My favorite mythical animal is dragons, which is why my favorite type is also dragons. And I just need to come up with a name of something the dragon. And at that point, I was thinking of words, and I realized how much I really liked the word Blitz, and that's where Blitz came from. So I was Blitz the Dragon for some years. I went by Blitz the Dragon for pretty much till like 2016, 2017. And then at about that time, I decided I wanted to get into content creation. I wanted to start streaming. And at that point, I decided to switch my name. And because Pokemon Shiny Hunting was like the main thing I did and main thing I wanted to do, I ended up going with something that was Pokemon related. And at that point, I came up with Elite Four Blitz. It was like everybody wanted to be like a gym leader or something. I was like, I want to be something higher than a gym leader, but I don't want to be a champion. I think champion is like too much. And so I was like, all right, Elite Four Blitz it is. And I've been Elite Four Blitz ever since. You got a world record? They only came out in Germany. That's sick. What's the game? Or at least what is it called? I want to look it up later. Yeah, I think that's the thing I like about it. It's one word. It's real short, real easy to say, and it has a Z in it. I've learned if a word has an X or a Z in it, or Z to the rest of the world, those are words that I really like. I'm Happy Hippo Incel. I know that's I know it has. I'm gonna look this up right quick. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this. I do not. I'm usually good with like some foreign word pronunciations. German is not one of them. Let's take a look-sees here. Secret of Happy Hippo Island. Okay. Fair enough. What happened? Two. Oh yeah, this is Game Boy Color. This is Game Boy Color for real. This looks like a game I would have been really into as a kid. It reminds me of, at least the art style reminds me of the Tiny Toons game from Game Boy Color era. I'm also digging this music. This music is good. Oh man, that's great. Sick. There was a time I wanted to do world records. I was learning the there was a time I was learning the Wind Waker HD speedrun. And then a bunch of new tech got found out, and I just like stopped. I like speedrunning. Maybe I'll get into speedruns one day, but it's definitely not something I want to focus content on. Ooh, when you were 6, you broke your arm in a bike accident. While you were in hospital, your mom gifted you the OG Game Boy Color and Pikachu edition. Sick. Freaking beat the game as a child. You never beat the game as a child. Like 5 years ago, and thought like, why not speedrun it? Fair enough. Memory, hell yeah. That's pretty much Diddy Kong Racing for me, minus the broken limbs. My brother got a Nintendo 64 and it dropped here in the US. I was about 4 years old and I couldn't beat that game for shit, and that goes for like other Zelda games too. But I remember loving Diddy Kong Racing, and I could never beat the game because I could never manage to get all the silver coins in other stages, but I was good at the racing bit and played a ton of it. And I was playing that game at like I was playing that game at a time before I knew how to tie my shoes, to the point that like my parents like banned me from playing the game again until I learned to tie my shoes. And I learned to tie my shoes that afternoon. Like I was, this is honestly my entire life. I was so video game motivated growing up. I need something to shine for me. Also, I never beat it on N64, only the DS remake. Fair. I never played the DS remake. I've been meaning to do that for a long time and never got around to it. Like the last time I played Diddy Kong Racing was a couple years ago. I was still traveling with a different company for work, and I was stuck in a hotel and I was like, fuck it, let's just download some emulators onto my computer. And the first thing I played was Diddy Kong Racing, and completed it for the first time. I started doing the 200% completion. It was like a mirror mode, and unfortunately just kind of got bored with it and never finished it, but I got to do that. I might do that on stream one day and see if I can find, because I don't know if I still have that emulator save file, but I might just play through the whole thing. Same. That was, video games were definitely my safe space. It was a place for me to escape to, along with books. Like, I was also a really big reader as a kid. But yeah, video games were like my safe haven. Video games, books, and music. Those were my things. They were things I could do solo and not have to worry about whether people, as I did not, because I was never a big sports kid. So I didn't connect with a lot of, I had friends, obviously. It was like I didn't have friends, but I didn't really connect with them on that front, especially as they started hitting the point of like being more interested in sports than like toys and games and stuff. So having something that I can go into and not need someone else to do it with me, or at least an activity that didn't make me feel lonely about doing it, was really nice. God, I remember, because when we got Pokemon, my brother got Yellow. He was the older one, so he got like the cool Game Boy Color and a copy of Pokemon Yellow, and then I got my own Game Boy Color and a copy of Pokemon Red. And good Lord, I played. It was about the time my brother stopped really caring about. He wasn't really caring about Pokemon at that point. Oh, music loud? My bad. I turned this up for the stream last night and forgot to turn it back down. Sorry about that. And don't, like always, please let me know when something's going funky with the audio or things are kind of imbalanced. Yeah, sorry. I also don't really have like a great voice for talking over other bits of, like, my voice gets drowned and kind of mixes with other audio very easily. So trust me, I get it. So do not worry. But yeah, I played a lot of Pokemon Red and Yellow as a kid. Jesus. That is a hunt I'm gonna have to do one day. Because there's, honestly, I have to go back to, now that I wanted to wrap up with Legends Arceus, and now that I only have like two more, I gotta get 2 more Zubat and a couple like tree hunts out of there, and then I'm gonna start focusing on Sword and Shield. That's definitely a hunt I'm gonna have to do. There's a lot of, God, I have so many Pokemon in Sword and Shield I have to do. I commend you for doing the egg hatching method. I do not. I think I forget if I explained this to you or Stellar, but I don't know why. I just don't like. I don't like the breeding method for shiny hunting. If I can avoid it, I absolutely will. But it doesn't really seem like that bad compared to other methods, so I have no idea why I have such an aversion to it. Fair. And that's, I think, my biggest thing is just how monotonous it can get. I never did a time comparison between the two games. I had no idea it was still faster in Sword and Shield compared to Scarlet and Violet. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I never really thought about that. Yeah, when you're getting eggs through in Scarlet and Violet, you have to wait in the picnic scene. Yeah, huh? Never really thought about that. Have to do it in 2 phases rather than like them going in tandem. I have to keep that in mind. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. True. Yeah, I did mostly. That was pretty much my main method in Scarlet and Violet was mass outbreaks. Yep, and that's the problem. I only really have one option to do it. Because when I did Phalanx in Sword and Shield, I basically did the method of because Phalanx moves around, it actually makes it possible to do. But you can get in front of one of the Phalanx dens and just put down a hard save and then just soft reset that way. And I just did that. And I think I did. God, how many did I do? Because I never really like tracked the amount of resets I did. I know people wanted me to, and it's like I already have a hard enough time keeping track of like what I'm already doing without adding another thing. But I'm fairly certain we were in the thousands by the time we got the shiny Phalanx. I was just happy that I was able to do it on stream. Fair, and I think that's what I'm probably going to do as well. Is compare everything that I need to get and where. I don't have to shiny, and compare to where better places I can get it. I just realized something. Are there no Galarian Pokemon in this dex? I never really noticed it, but this Pokedex doesn't have any Pokemon post Gen 6. Which makes sense, but it's still interesting to me nonetheless. Was hatching a shiny squirrel years ago. When you were first starting on discovering this, over 1,300 eggs. Jesus. It's weird. I've never done. Yeah, I had never done shiny starter hunts around that time. But I feel like 1300 isn't really even that bad, especially if you're doing the breeding method. I mean, I know it takes time. Like, I know it takes hella time, but given the odds, especially at that time, getting it in 1300 is pretty good. That's fair. I mean, yeah. That decision does not make any sense to me. That's what the decision I've been of all the bad decisions Game Freak tends to make. Pokemon moved into ZA not being compatible with previous versions of Pokemon is definitely the most baffling one to me. Not even that I plan on sticking like to this game for very long, but it makes me worried that like Gen 10 is gonna pull the same. Like once Gen 10 proper is here, we're gonna get the same thing of like any Pokemon moved to Gen 10 can't be moved back. And it's like, why? If we're putting these things on consoles that are not that much different, what is it about these games that's making it impossible for you to move back? And I'm racking my brain as a game designer, and I can't think of many reasons. I honestly can't think of any reasons as to why that would be going on if we've already proven that we can, short of, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to come up with a reason why they would do it, but I am coming up with literally nothing. I should look and see if there's some interviews about it, see if they've mentioned why. Because all I know is that they announced that they won't be able to. But yeah, I think it's a little easier for me because the only thing I care about is having the collection in Pokemon Home. Which my biggest fear is that fucks up somehow, or they do something weird with that. But as long as I can move everything over into that one space, that's how my collection works. But I can 100% understand if you can't move stuff, it kind of demotivates you from doing the hunts here if you can't really do anything with them other than have them in this game. I think that is just a lazy move on technical stuff. The only way I can imagine right now is that it has to be something with the abilities. If the Pokemon comes to ZA, lose its abilities, and ZA has none, there's probably a way of doing this, but I'd say they are lazy on coding this. I hope this made any sense. I have no idea. I said that probably. No, you said it perfectly. So, see, that's the thing, right? Like, Pokemon Go doesn't have abilities either. Pokemon Go is as different can be when it comes to like how Pokemon are coded. That moving process, the fact that you can move from Pokemon Go, which have a whole different level system, a whole different evolution system, a whole different move system, and everything from that to home, and then have those Pokemon moved to games. Like, the fact that you can do that, see, right? Like, the fact that they can already do that means that whatever they're doing is already implemented. And I think it is laziness. I just don't know what the point of that laziness is, because it's not like they're doing anything crazy different. And it can't be a balancing issue because like it doesn't really matter. And also these Pokemon won't be available, like you can't use home with ZA until like February anyway, so it's not like people are going to like exploit and do some crazy shit way earlier and like fuck up the meta or fuck up online play or something like that. And it's like once you move them back, you've already shown that you have, yeah, it's like any reason I can come up with stops making sense, because they've already like put the work into the home engine and the game engines to do this. And I don't know what it doesn't feel like this is a whole new game engine, right? It doesn't feel like this was built from the ground up. This definitely wasn't built from the ground up. This is just reusing all that code again. So what's the issue now? Get out of here, bots. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a good answer for it anytime soon. And I could speculate all day, but until people start like ripping the game files apart and like seeing if we can find anything about the way Pokemon are set up that would require that. And even then, I don't think it's gonna be a good enough answer. Short of, like you said, just laziness. And that's the only thing, in my opinion, it can be. But it is what it is. Very possible. I always took it as like you had to be within a certain range, which is weird that range is different. Like targetable range is not the ball range, and that doesn't make sense to me. I've never had a Pokeball just go through a Pokemon when I was in actual range, so that might just be a bug I haven't experienced. It also might just be a bug that was fixed on Switch 2, which is very possible. But yeah, there's definitely some weirdness going on there. I will say, yeah, that was a thing, but it's funny because I was just about to say, I will say that the catching experience in this game compared to Arceus, it might not be as big an issue once you're out of if you're not doing the shiny hunting thing, but man, there were so many balls I wasted because like the ball would just collide with the terrain. Like, oh my God. Yeah, the jet balls. Oh my God. Like so many of them just got hit by like really bad terrain collision. The bounding box around the terrain is so bad in Arceus. It's really bad. It was fine for the most part, depending on what Pokemon you're catching and where you're doing it, but man, it's not good at all. So like, I think if I had to, like, as much as I'd like the free, I did like the ability to like free aim without having to target. I have some complaints about the targeting system, and not the targeting itself. It's honestly not even with wild Pokemon either. It's mostly with battles. My biggest complaint with the targeting system is that there's too many situations where it will stop targeting, as well as you can't just hold the target button and immediately lock on to the closest targetable Pokemon. And I think this is only a complaint mostly because of doing the battles for the shiny charm. Because if you could just hold down ZL and then like with the turbo controller and turbo control the A button, that would have went way faster, way better. So this might be more of a complaining about something stupid, but there was a few times, like just even in playing through the story, where it's like I'm losing focus on the Pokemon, and that's putting me in a screwed up position because I'm also trying to run away from. So like the rogue mega battles, right? Like there's so many times where like trying to evade the Pokemon and attack at the same time, I would get words escape me. Jesus Christ. I would defocus them and I would stop targeting them, and then trying to get to a place where I could target them was just a pain in the arse. Yeah, that's what I did. I did the Rocky Helmet Garchomp workaround. But still, it's like, even with that, it's a thing that could have been fixed up so easily by just letting people hold down the target button, and just if the target button is held down, like this is stuff that is not. So this is a thing I've complained about with Game Freak for a very long time. I've been complaining about this with Game Freak pretty much since the release of the Switch. Like Game Freak, for as long as Game Freak has been around, Game Freak is so behind the curve when it comes to just like mechanics and game development and things that have already been in games for a very long time. It's like they're anywhere between like 15 and 7 years behind the curve for no great reason. And like I think they're getting growth, but they're lagging so far behind other games that have already like proven how to do these things. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why they absolutely refuse, because there's one thing to be said about these games are going to make money anyway, right? And that's just a given fact. These games are going to pull in money hand over fist. But it's still just like, you got like, we're not asking y'all to like push the envelope. We're just saying like use techniques that are already done. It's not like this game is being developed in something that is completely foreign or 100% proprietary. If I recall, these games were developed in Unity. Unity is one of the two engines like students learn on when we learn game design, right? And so it's like, you're not doing anything proprietary. You're not working in a how do we make this work situation. Like, you're working in an engine that people already have figured out and have done the things we're asking you to do with. What is this absolute, like, my only guess is that Game Freak, whether it's their execs or the dev team or whoever, whatever reason, they exist and they operate in an island, and they just do not listen to outside influence or outside help or look into outside development techniques to keep themselves more up to date. And I can't imagine why, because I feel like they would have to be putting more resources into reinventing the wheel, to like they keep doing, than it would take to just get a consultant, talk to Nintendo's dev teams, anything. But I don't know. Yeah. See, like, and that's the weird part, right? And I want to look into that Gen 10, because maybe they did, maybe they didn't. If they did, that would actually give me worry a little bit, because it'd be one thing if I found out that they contracted another company to help, like if I found out they got consultant work to help them build an engine for the Pokemon formula from the ground up, that would be awesome. But I'm worried that they built an engine and they're just to get rid of tech debt, and they're just going to keep doing the same techniques as they always done. The weird part to me is that Nintendo also does this as well, right? Like Nintendo does one, like they stick to their stuff, they do their formula, and they stick to that. And they don't give a fuck about like the gaming landscape in the sense of trying to do like what other companies are doing, right? But what they do on their own system is usually really high quality. Talking like, just like take it back to the Switch 1 days, right? And like the original Switch. Pokemon Sword and Shield compared to Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, it is insane. Like, I just can't give Game Freak the the Switch is not a powerful console, because it's like, well, look, Mario Odyssey was able to make it work, and Breath of the Wild were both able to make it work and look gorgeous at the same time while also being stylized. This isn't about stylization, it's about just bad development technique that y'all refuse to modernize, and I never understood it. That thing is, and that is the thing. Whenever this conversation comes up, it is important to note that the games actually don't make the bulk of Pokemon Co's money. Pokemon Co, the bulk of its money actually comes from merchandising. But even then, it's like your games are still one of your main vehicles forward, right? But all these different ventures makes Pokemon the most profitable. Like, just the fact that Pokemon is the most profitable franchise on the face of the planet, over Disney franchises, over Marvel franchises, over different movie franchises, over every franchise you can name on the planet, worldwide, Pokemon is number one by a large margin. Like the margin between Pokemon and competitor number 2 is insane. Like is actually insane. It is just like y'all have this level of resources. The refusal to put it into other stuff, even if it's not your main moneymaker, like you should still want to make high quality things because you can. Finding out that Pokemon only really puts like, I think this game was, if I heard correctly, this game was made on a budget of like 40 million. That is insanely low. That is side project low for a company with this longevity. It makes no sense whatsoever that they are not putting more resources into this. But I also bought the game. So the fuck can I say, right? Like, what can I tell the company? I only got a small loan of $4 million. Don't you dare. Oh my God. Oh man. Like, small in comparison to other things. Like I would love a small loan of $4 million. But man, is just insanity to me. I think that's the biggest thing about this conversation. And it's like, how do I reconcile still playing the games even though I have so many complaints? It's because for as much as I complain about the build quality of the game, I still find the game to be very fun. I enjoy playing the game. And at the end of the day, for me personally, and I think this is still true for a lot of other people, if I had fun playing it, it doesn't have to be the highest quality thing ever. And sometimes I can separate those two things. Now, whether this is deserving of the $70 price tag, some things I just fucking accept. It is a $60 game that had a $10 upgrade for the Switch 2. I'm going to get $70 worth of playtime out of this, and that's just something that I know about me, the way that I play, the things that I look for, the reason I come to Pokemon games. I will get $70 of value out of this game, and I am not worried about that in the slightest. But that does not diminish the fact that I do think these games could be made much better, right? Right? Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I'm trying to start like moving over to IT. But like I'm a trained game programmer. I've been working on this shit I've been doing game programming for over 10 years now, professional and educational. And it's like Pokemon is such a fascinating, it is probably the most fascinating case study on like, your game doesn't have to be perfect to be really fucking good. Like Pokemon by all standard, like have you ever, I'm assuming you have, but have you looked into like how absolutely gnarly the first Pokemon games code base was? And like the original Pokemon code base, that coding was held together by like string and dreams, like the hopes of a dying child. The programming on those original games were so bad and so broken all over the place. It is a marvel that Pokemon became the franchise that it is. And like the work Iwata did on Gold, Silver, and Crystal, like that man was able to optimize so much out of their code that he could fit the original like map onto it with all the Pokemon. It was crazy. Fair enough. If you ever get a chance, like look up videos about like the coding of like Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. You will get if you like the question of dev decisions, you will get such a kick out of it. It is insane that these games actually got popular the way that they did. It's also like one of the first times we like hear of just straight up a different version, like a patched different version of the game gets released in the West and becomes a whole separate version of the game because of it. Like Pokemon Green doesn't exist outside of Japan because that fucking game was such a buggy mess. The level of cleanup warranted them just to make call it a different version of the game. Even though Blue was able to, even though Red was also able to still like get put out. But I think that also had to do with like popularity of Blastoise over Venusaur. But yeah, no, it's Gen 1 Pokemon and Gen 2 Pokemon, and going forward from there, like it was such a mess to the point that like the type tree, God, the way typings worked in Pokemon just did not work correctly. And nobody knew because no one had anything to compare it to. To the point that like technically dual typing didn't mean anything. Like just use Psychic. Yeah, pretty much. Psychic and Earthquake. Just use them and you will win everything. Because the game did not take into proper account the idea of secondary types. Like, I learned about this a couple years ago and it fucking baffles like it blew my mind to find out just like how much didn't work. The move Gust just wasn't a flying move for some reason. It was meant to be a flying move. It just didn't work as a flying move. Some moves just didn't work at all. Like years later, it's like, oh, that's why that did not work the way that I thought it did. Some Pokemon had like, what was it? I think ghost moves did not affect psychic types like they were supposed to, which is what led the anime to saying that what was it? Yeah, no, the anime, so the Pokemon anime at the time, they had a whole thing about Ash having to catch a Haunter to take on Sabrina's Kadabra. And that made no sense to anyone who had played the first gen games because ghost types did not affect psychic types the way that it was supposed to. So it was not super effective. So you're just watching the show and it's like, I don't know why you needed that Haunter to take on a Kadabra, especially considering he doesn't even battle with it. But because like, that's not how it works in the games. And as it turns out, because the games were busted, like hella busted. It's sad, but it's funny at the same time. Like, it's really sad the state those games were in, but it's so funny to know, like, this franchise, the most profitable franchise on the planet, was also probably one of the most shoddily developed games, like, on the planet at the same time. But, man, Game Freak, I would say never change, but I do need y'all to change, like, desperately need y'all to be a better company, or to just go on and admit that the Game Freak development teams just don't like Pokemon anymore and don't want to work on Pokemon. Because like burnout's a thing. Burnout is 100% a thing that people get. And like if you have teams of people that have been working on the same project for literal decades or like their entire career, you're gonna get tired of that and you're not gonna want to put as much into it. Like there are so many teams that Game Freak / and Nintendo, since I think they're still one of the probably the biggest backer of like the game development part of it. Like, yeah, there's so many teams y'all could just absorb in and take over. Like I think people were floating like the Monster Hunter developers. I want to say Capcom, but Capcom I think publishes Monster Hunter. Whoever the team behind Monster Hunter is, like people were floating them as like taking over, or like THQ Nordic or Koei Tecmo. Like there's so many like good development teams that could absolutely be contracted to take over Pokemon development and would like if you took Game Freak's design for designing for Pokemon and paired them with a good developer, Pokemon would be, I mean, it's already unstoppable. Like the entire point is that Pokemon can literally do whatever it wants. Like it would be a juggernaut in a way that I think the profit you would find from that would motivate Game Freak and Pokemon Co to like do better on a more consistent basis. But like you just said, you never change your running system. Like don't fix what ain't broke. And that's just kind of where everything is at, and everything is working too well. And unfortunately, the games are still fun to play for people who like collecting, people who like creature raising, people who like the meta game. For as much as we can talk about brokenness, the meta games are still fun for a lot of people. And we are all greedy piggies that will still continue to buy it because it does the thing that we like. The specific thing that we like is done very well. It's like, God damn it. Oh, 100%. 100%. Humans do not like change, and you then throw like throwing that on top of a cultural level that does not like change one can hope. That's all I can do is just to hope, but maybe someday. Because I said this when I said this last week or Thursday before last. when I completed the main story of the game. I'm seeing the steps. It feels like Game Freak is taking steps to, or at least either Game Freak as a company is starting to release those reins a little bit and go, okay, maybe we can start pushing the envelope a little bit more. Or there's just some developers on the team now who are like, fuck you, I'm going to do this because I want this. I want to love this game. Something's going on where I'm seeing them take bigger steps into creating a game that can stand with modern games a little bit better. I would like those steps to be even bigger than what they're currently taking and for them to move a little bit faster, but I'm allowing myself like the smallest amount of hope to see that they're starting to like really want to modernize properly. Yeah, so we'll see. I've not given up hope. I don't want to see them get to a situation where they're just completely stagnant. As long as they're not doing that, I think they're in a how do I say it? Because I don't want to say they're in a good spot. I think as long as they don't stagnate, they're going to be in a spot where people are still going to be willing to buy them, right? Buy their games, right? But it's just as a principle of the matter, it'll be nice to see them. It would be nice to see Game Freak and Pokemon Co. love these games as much as they love the profit that comes from them. And that is my hope that one day that happens. Because I will say their side projects are looking good. The Poketopia looks like a fun time, like a nice little, like almost to the point I would prefer them start just getting into like smaller experiences that are not the main Pokemon games and give us more time in between new generations and just more fun side stuff to do. Poketopia looks like a good time. I'm sure people are going to love Champions, a new like official meta battle system. Depending on what they do with it, I think we still need to hear a lot more information on it. Obviously, them doing like movies and stuff is really cool. I do like seeing, after Detective Pikachu, I would love to see more Pokemon movies in that style. Not even necessarily the Detective Pikachu world, just using the Legendary. It was Legendary Studios that did the production on that. But just like using that style and like creating like hyper realistic Pokemon and giving us that world it would be nice to see more stuff with that. So I definitely exist in that space where I have a lot of complaints about Game Freak and Pokemon Co, but I still love the franchise. There's never a time where I'm going to say, like, I do not agree with when this game came out and like my feed was inundated with like, oh, this game is a garbage fire. It's hot garbage. This game was a disaster. This game is terrible. I don't agree with that. I think that's a level of hyperbolics that can only come down to is just for clicks, because hating on Pokemon is an easy thing to do, which I get it, make you bag, but I can't co-sign that feeling. I think the game was fun. But yeah, what a time to be alive. And what a time for me not to get a fucking shiny Aeron. What is going on? I actually need to check TCPE's job postings again. They had jobs open a while back, and I'm mad I missed. They just as I found the job posting, they had cut off. They were looking for more developers for some mobile games, and I want to check out DNA as well and see if they have some job openings. I just missed it. Like, I had saw the posting, it was still active. I was like, sick. I just need to get my resume updated. By the time I was done updating my resume, the job was down. I need to go back through and check on that, see if they have some more openings. How many more times can I say that again before it gets weird? Oh yeah. Yeah. Honestly, the comments I don't care as much about. Like, I know people are just gonna kind of follow a trend. There were creators. Like, when I say there was like stuff I was seeing, I'm talking like specifically creators, and many of them I've just had to just go on and just stop following, because it's like it hit a point where it was like you're just being disingenuous, and you're judging a game that you also either didn't play or have no intentions of ever being fair about. Because comments are gonna be comments. People are, to say the least, like, as a collective, and not to speak on anybody individually, most people are just going to follow whatever someone big. If they already have a preconceived judgment, right? If they have a preconceived judgment about something, they're going to let confirmation bias run rampant. They're going to just take whatever, as long as a bigger creator is willing to say their preconceived notion out loud, they're going to take that and take it as absolute truth and just run with it. And it's like there's going to be a ton of people that are going to think of ZA and go, "Oh, that super terrible game that was like this." Let's not even talk about ZA for a sec. Let's talk about Scarlet and Violet. You know how many people peddle how buggy Scarlet and Violet is and never actually experienced a bug themselves? The amount of people that 100% think Scarlet and Violet is the buggiest game on earth and never actually played it and never looked into the actual bugs that they saw, that people were reporting on. So many of those bugs that were found in Scarlet and Violet on launch were literally people hunting down bugs and going through processes. The amount of times, and I'm not saying it didn't happen to people, but I don't think it happened on the level that everyone likes to believe it does. The amount of times I saw stuff of like floating models and like bad animations in the wrong places and like falling through the world and shit, it was like, I believe that's a thing that's happening. I do not believe it is happening at the level that everyone is acting like it is. I think people are taking the same clip and just peddling it all over the place. The same like 5 clips and going, "Oh my God, look how terrible of a mess this is." When you get to the actual clip and you find the original clip and go, "Oh, this person went through like a 10-minute process to make this bug happen." And it's like, but people are gonna do what people do. I can't win with them. Some people are just going to do that, and it is what it is. At the same time, also Game Freak, you also kind of deserve it a little bit, because y'all really should be putting a lot more resources into these games. So it's like they're being disingenuous, but you're, as the developers, you're definitely not helping the scenario. All right, I think I'm about to take a quick break right quick. I gotta go to the bathroom. How many Aeron do I get in Aeron? So 1, 2, 3 over here. 4, 5. Yeah, anywhere between like 4 and 6. Yeah. Be right back. I'm about to go to the bathroom. All right, I'm back. Welcome back to you as well. Addison, hello, hello. My day's going pretty darn good. How about yours? Mostly here, just trying to get a shiny around. My first actual hunt New game. Absolutely. Glad to hear you're doing good. Thanks, Telegard. Have a good night. Good luck with your Farfetched as well. I'm in the U.S., Madison. East Coast. Sorry. Yeah. Where am I? East Coast. No. I'd prefer that you did. Thank you for understanding. Not again. Ooh. Who is it? You? Oh, it is. Okay. Do this. I'll be okay. All right, there's a shiny. Oh, shiny Onyx. That's good, I guess. Fucking alphas, man. I have no idea how I went through that without none of them noticing me. We finally do it. I think that's it. Oh my God. We finally got the first one. Bling. Why are you running? Oh my God, we finally got the first one. All right, now I'll go for two more. Let's move these. I need this, right? There. Hither. All right, sick. Aron number 1. Now we can get a second one. An Aron or a Lairon would be nice. It saves me the need to evolve it. And I can either go for a third one here. I can go for an Aggron and Wild Zone 20, which I'm probably going to do because I'm so over running through here. Save on time. I'm going to take a quick break. I need to go get some water and something to snack on, or just something in my stomach real quick. I will be right back. Welcome back. Oh, if you are not watching Distractible, y'all should. Holy fuck. Best of Wade. Wade does some fucking hilarious shit pretty often. Who was it? All right. What do we got? Another Onyx. Let's go. All right, sick. 2 Onyxes and an Aeron. Again? Oh. Again. Ha ha. I'm getting a little testy, I'm not gonna lie. All right, that's both of those from here. From here on, I'm gonna start hunting just straight up Aggron. Sick. Who gets evolved? I feel like Lairon is, no. Level do you evolve? 32, I think. I say like I'm gonna do math to figure that out. Sick. We are done with Area 14. I just don't have it in me to keep running through there and checking. I'm going to do this in Area 20, and we're just going to go straight for an Aggron. I still got about 5-ish minutes. Side. I kind of also want to go for a Charmander. We can get a shiny Charizard with that. I might regret this. Oh, this one's much closer. I lied. We're going. I'll get that Charmander a different day. All right, well, I was hoping I would get lucky. Yeah, obviously everyone's hoping I'll get lucky, but seeing if I was going to get lucky, get the shiny Aggron before I have to call the stream, I need to get going so to get to the gym tonight, as well as some other stuff I need to work on tonight. But all good. We got the 2 shiny Aron, so I now have an Aron and a Lairon. At this point, we only need a shiny Aggron, and this should be a little quicker and a little more interesting, or at least a little more different than doing Wild Zone 14. Should not feel, even though we are back in Wild Zone 20 after all the alpha hunting, that'll be okay. We'll pick up here tomorrow. I'm not certain what time I'm going to stream. We're back to doing, we were going to do it last week, but we're doing it this week. Not that everybody's going to be here. And we will be back to doing in-person podcast recordings. We'll still probably stream them. We'll just be in a different location. We'll be down in my living room instead of Discord chatting from my room in Forms' room. So look forward to that tomorrow. If you haven't come to watch us record our podcast, you should. It is a very fun time. We have a lot of fun doing it. A lot of laughs, a lot of talks and fun discussion. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Let's do one more look. See if we can get something special. No, because this game doesn't like me. That's okay. That's gonna do it for me tonight. If you're watching this in the future, I do hope you come back and watch with us live one day. If you're watching this live and you haven't done so already, please drop a follow. We're getting very close to that 100 follower mark. Literally only 9 follows away from 100. That's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm gonna start to get something figured out for what I want to do for that special. Look forward to that. But other than that, if you really love it, subscriptions are always helpful. But that's gonna do it for me tonight. Take care. Love you guys. Have a fantastic night. Bye-bye.